Does not come back.
What's the small test say?
Well, the small test,
She messed up the small test.
I did an accident.
What are you talking about?
She's
Well,
COVID.
the box, this box had this in it, which I thought was the COVID stuff, right? Because it's a little packet. You know what it was? Brevecto, cat flea stuff.
It wasn't in there, I know that.
Well, you put that in there then.
I didn't do it on purpose. I did not. Why would I put that in this box?
I don't know.
So then I got a little bit of Brevecto in there, and then I did the drops, and now the COVID test. There's like
Did you get another one?
a half. You gonna just go find one at the Walgreens?
Never mind, I don't think I want to make this.
Why?
It's old.
It's not old. It's been frozen.
I don't want to eat this.
Just eat it just like it is.
No. And now she's doing a live video, so I can't do it.
You're
I don't want to be in the live
you're not
video.
on the live video. That doesn't. No. You're not gonna put that tuna back in the refrigerator. You're gonna eat it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it later. Not
Why-
right now.
Why
What
not
time?
now?
Probably tomorrow.
You can't just
Really?
eat that tomorrow.
I can
Why
let
would
it
you
thaw
do that?
out, and then I can eat it tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you gonna eat tonight?
Probably nothing. Eating food.
You go without.
Yeah.
True story, Sheila. This stuff is so sticky. Sissy, this is for Tiptoe.
What is Honor doing here?
I don't know. This, she's probably hungry. This looks a lot like, where's the pack? This,
Have you been feeding my dog?
okay. These two things look very similar. Who's taking the COVID test? Well, I was going to take it because I'm sniffly.
Yeah, and then you messed up. Wasted a COVID test.
Who's eating ravioli?
I'm eating ravioli.
Right?
What are you going to eat? Didn't you already eat your sub for dinner?
No, that was half of your lunch
Oh,
that I had after my 5-mile run.
I thought you had tomato soup and Brunswick stew
Whose bagels?
and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I hadn't had any Chick-fil-A.
Is that the mushroom
I had, like,
stew you made or whatever?
Yes, there's Why don't you eat? Why don't you get? There's food here. You can have a bagel.
Dad, what are you getting? Ming Hing.
I didn't know people were going out to dinner. Don't get a COVID test at a StarMed location. It's the thin white plastic container. Well, where were you, Flo, when I needed you putting the cat mess in the thing? Did you cook tonight? Yes, I did. Cooking Panera bread and Panera bagels. You want yours toasted?
No.
Look, y'all can eat this steak soup.
That's disgusting. You wasted steak, dude.
I made this steak soup and nobody wants to eat it. I'm tired of COVID. Yes, everyone is tired of COVID. So I'm supposed to teach Sunday school tomorrow, but I'm awaiting a COVID test. My co-teacher, her husband has COVID in his house, and now the CDC says you can go in and teach.
If you have COVID.
Well, if somebody in your house has COVID that you've shared a bed with, then do you actually, I wouldn't want to send my children to Sunday school. So then the only people that really want to send their children to Sunday school are probably the people that have already had COVID like 10 minutes ago. Because of course they're dying to get out. If I have COVID and then I get over it, I'm going on a cruise.
No, you are not.
You're not going on the cruise. Jackie says the steak soup sounds delicious.
Yeah, the steak was delicious until she put it in soup.
I was cooking.
Well, you could have asked me or anyone with sense if you should put it in the soup.
Asked anyone with sense.
Yeah.
Would you happen to have an above average chicken enchilada recipe? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, me no. We go back to school Monday, no mask, and we have a rescheduled Disney trip from when COVID started. Disney. Talk about a COVID something. the next 3 weeks are going to be a lot. I heard over a dozen staff folks were out in our tiny school system on Friday. Now, who knows why they were out, but that seems like a lot. What is steak soup? Steak soup is something that you make when you have leftover steak and you get a can of mushroom soup. And it has beef consomme in it, a can of mushrooms, some cheese. My husband said it had mayonnaise in it. Isn't that 4 days old? Yeah, it's a week old. I made it on Monday. But somebody needs to eat it. My Uncle Rick used to take everything that was left over from the whole week and he would put it in the blender and just, and then you would eat that. Test results yet? No. I squirted cat stuff in the thing by accident because somebody had put it in the box. Yep. Yes, sirree, Bobby, they had. I just got an air fryer and I don't have a clue to use it. I don't even understand how an air fryer works. Our hospitals are overwhelmed in Pennsylvania. Yeah, no to a cruise right now. Yes to a cruise. I'm talking about if I had COVID, I would go on a cruise the next week. Does your family like pasta? We have so many ideas for pasta. They like spaghetti, mainly because it's a vehicle to, it's a vehicle for garlic bread. We eat a tremendous amount of garlic bread and then we put one spaghetti noodle on it and eat it. The blender. I'm not kidding. You can make beef stroganoff. I could use this and then dump it on spaghetti noodles. I mean, my family is a mess. Like, this is just sitting on the counter from this morning. The test has to lay flat. It's already done. It was laying flat.
I'll show you what you have to do.
But I squirted cat flea stuff in it. Do you hear that? I don't feel like people are hearing me. And then I put the 6 drops of the other stuff, and it appears to be negative. 0.2 positivity rate on the cruise ships. Well, that's not very positive, is it, Tracy?
Here, you have to watch out for that. So you have
That's
to go left.
1. Did you mean 0.02? Here we go. COVID, blah, 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 blah. Crazy ski accident in North Carolina. Well, I think I did, Carol. I think it was one of my subscribers was saying that her friend's son was at Sugar and got into an accident. I can't take all this bad news. No, I can't. You can do frozen burgers in the air fryer. Do you have another one? Another COVID test? Well, I did buy some at Walgreens yesterday, but I'm not using them until it's an emergency. I got a real test already, but it's going to take, you know. Can you quit telling me what to do? Why is it an emergency? You can go on about your business. You're vaccinated. What is the problem? 0.02. What's the problem? I'm curious. You know what the problem is? Because she likes to ask me a lot of questions with my raviolis. I really do want to understand why
No!
you're in my living room with my blanket yelling at me from afar.
I'm not yelling at you.
Get off my couch. That's the COVID couch.
Well, that can be the COVID couch.
No, and I've been wrapped up in that blanket. If you get COVID, you're not staying home with me. You're going to have to go stay at Grandma's.
Okay.
Sissy needs to chill. Sissy doesn't know how to chill. Sissy and chill don't go together. Have you seen they may want you to swab your throat? Well, somebody said that, and I thought they were just dumb. I had no idea. Is that true? Swab your throat with a test? Blair, let's swab your throat. Come here. You want a test?
I'm not the one who thinks
You want some soup? I know, Kathy, me too. Where's Amos? Amos is with Mary at the beach because I felt bad and I didn't want to be around Amos because Amos is vaccinated, But Amos doesn't wear a mask. So if I have COVID and Amos comes in here, Amos can no go to school, which is a real problem. So I'm hoping that my test comes back by tomorrow. And if I have it, positive for fleas, damn it. If I have COVID, then I'm going to have to go stay, I don't know where yet, maybe the Hampton Inn. I do feel better. Betsy, speaking of COVID, yes, they swab your throat. Well, they didn't swab my throat in the outdoor tent. The throat and then the nose. Ugh. I'm not doing that. That's not possible. I have my limits. This variant seems, my throat doesn't hurt. Maybe that's good. You know, the other thing about COVID is you start thinking you have COVID, like you go, and you're like, maybe it's COVID, or I have a little bit of a headache, or my back hurts. Maybe my back hurts because I've been in my pajamas all day on the couch, or maybe I'm tired because I live with these fools. Those are all the problems. Before, when you had COVID, oh, and then I've been coughing, but now the cough's gone, so why was I coughing? I don't know. I don't know nothing. Come stay with me. I'm so lonely. But Betsy, aren't you like out of the COVID pit yet? I mean, I will if you want me to. Betsy lives with Paul, my blogger correspondent. I mean, it's bad times. Bad times. At the Walgreens, they're real funny about selling you these tests, too. They're like, you can only have one. I'm like, well, I have 6 people in my family. Well, you can get tested here. I was like, okay, I'd like to get tested here. Oh, we don't have an appointment till next week. I'm like, Walgreens has turned into the chicken kitchen. Yes, they have. All sorts of rules. Can't have a test, but we can't test you. Blah, 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 blah. They only swab your nasal. You probably had it, fought it, and done. I have had it. I had it in February. The National Guard is at our health department, too. When Amos went to get his second vaccine, we weren't bringing up the word shot. And the National Guard's person really struggled with that. Our nanny took him because we had a funeral, and they were like, she was like, we're here. He was like, no shot. And she said, no shot. And he was like, no shot. Shots aren't a big deal. Shut up about the shot. He was like, it's just a shot. But I hate that. I hate to hear that. Walgreens and Chicken Kitchen. I struggle. Can survive on that without struggling to eat, as well as, struggle to eat. I'm sorry that you have anorexia. That's such like a far away thing for me that I don't even, it's hard for me to even understand that. I mean, I could like drink this bowl of mushroom soup. Ugh, the COVID Nazis. You can't get an at-home COVID test. Fully vaccinated and boosted, hit my entire family over Christmas. The government Walgreens wants to test you so the government can track you. Alicia, I don't think so. I don't think the government is trying to track me. No. I mean, I don't love the government. I think people do a lot of like, I don't want a vaccine, but where's the government? Why aren't they? We need more testing. Why did the government let me get stuck on I-95 in a snowstorm? The government should have come and gotten me. Like, shut up, you millennial. It's your own fault for getting out in a blizzard and driving. Well, I had to go somewhere. No, you didn't. I remember when I was in labor with Russell, my husband went back to the courthouse and was like, I have a case. I was like, I don't care. Pretend you're in labor. Like, there are absolutes in life. When there's a blizzard, you say, you know what? I can't drive. And to hell with the consequences. I mean, if you had a metal rod that came through your windshield and went through your stomach into your back, you wouldn't be able to get to work. I mean, you have to at some point just say, I am in charge of my own destiny. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. CVS in Pennsylvania, you can buy 6 tests at a time. Amen about driving in the blizzard. That blizzard thing, like, really did burn me up. I mean, and I knew people, they're probably watching right now, that were on Facebook like, what's happened? Where are the police? I'm like, who are you? Can you, like, look outside? Why did you get in the car with your baby? If you were told to take a blanket and drinks in the car to go somewhere, note to self, don't go. If I need a blanket and drinks because the travel is so risky, Adrian ain't going. No. Same thing if there's like a hurricane coming and they're like, get out the batteries and the... I'm like, no, I'm not staying here. That storm did come fast. You just can't stop traffic. Catherine, I knew that storm was coming on Saturday afternoon. I was calling my son's school. I don't think it's a good idea to go back to school. So Adrian is not like Bob DeBartolome, the meteorologist. I just have the free weather app, and it says 10 inches of snow. And I'm like, I'm out. That's my rant. Can you look out? Yeah, look, it's snowing. I mean, someone was trying to look for a test, had her sister who lives in another area try to schedule a test. The full tank of gas. I mean, I would have been screwed. I would have been like having to trade sex favors to be in somebody's like cab in their 18-wheeler. Because I would always have like 12 miles of gas, and it would have been cold. And then there's some bread truck doling out bread. What in the trailer park methamphetamine story time going on here? Oh God, I've been in this house for days in this robe. I'm dying. Okay, subscribe if you want more real-time videos. I have to go make my ravioli. I made dinner. Carry on, people.